Hello, hello, my friends. A little break from all of the Kringle and Country Candle reviews that I have been doing this week, and we are going to be talking about HOMEWORX Espresso Martini. Now, this candle is their standard 4-wick, 18-ounce vessel with the beautiful photographic wraparound label. This specific candle that I am reviewing today has a pour date of March 11th, 2024. The fragrance notes listed here are freshly brewed espresso, cafe au latte liqueur, rum, and whipped vanilla froth. All right, you guys, so this candle is currently available on the Slatkin & Co. website. I don't believe that this is an entirely new fragrance. I believe that this was released in part of like a holiday lineup. I think it was available on the Slatkin & Co. website last year, but I do believe that it was also available through QVC, maybe around the holidays last year. I could be completely incorrect in those thoughts. You guys, there's so many candle releases oftentimes that I'm trying to keep track of, and one can imagine how that could probably get a little frazzled in my brain. So if you can remember, if you've had this candle before, if you remember any of that information, feel free to chime in down below. But they did recently bring this candle back with some of what they are calling like their returning fall favorites. They did start putting those on the Slatkin & Co. website earlier in the month of July, and this one is now currently available on the website. I did decide to go ahead and purchase it because while coffee fragrances are not typically something that I feel like when I see them that I absolutely have to have them, I do enjoy them. I feel like they have a place in my collection, and I did want to go ahead and pick this one up and share my thoughts with you guys because I do know that there are quite a contingent of coffee fans in the fragrance community, and I thought, well, I should probably pick that one up and burn it and see what I think. So what does my nose smell on this one, you guys? This is a nice coffee fragrance. It's not like a powerhouse coffee fragrance, say like Bath & Body Works Paris Cafe. I think a lot of us are very familiar with that scent when it comes to coffee fragrances. My nose doesn't really detect any booziness from rum or like a liquor in here. I do detect a freshly brewed espresso type of note. It's not like a cheap coffee smell. It's very much a deep, not bitter coffee, not at all. It's a nice coffee. It's a very robust coffee type of fragrance. Fun fact about me, I've talked about this in some of my other videos. I actually don't drink coffee. I love the smell of it, but I don't like the taste of it. I'm more of like my preferences with my taste buds are more geared towards tea. I do smell in this candle a little bit of like a whipped vanilla froth in there. It's not, this is not like a creamy coffee type of fragrance. I don't detect any kind of like other additional notes like hazelnut or anything like that in here. It does smell like there would probably be like what you're looking at on the candle here, like that there would be kind of like a frothy note at the top of like a deep, you know, coffee type of base on it. That is definitely what my nose smells. And even though it's not listed here in like these little like basic fragrance notes, my nose does detect a little bit of cocoa in here, like a cocoa powder type of scent. It's not like a chocolate like in like a brownie or anything like that, but it's definitely like a cocoa note in here I am detecting, which we know that cocoa and espresso beans oftentimes kind of complement each other very, very well, and so I am smelling that in here. It is a nice fragrance. It's probably one of the better coffee fragrances that I have come across. I do really enjoy it. I am somebody who doesn't mind boozy fragrances, but with that being said, I don't really detect anything boozy in here. Maybe the boozy element might lend a slight element of sweetness to this, but this, even to my nose, you guys, I would say that this is just a very nice espresso type of fragrance. I don't get any kind of booziness in here. So let's go ahead and talk about the performance of this candle. So this is where my review is going to get kind of like, I don't know how this is going to go. All right. So one of the first things that I am going to tell you is that these wicks, they want to lean and move about. So you do have to keep an eye on these. I will insert a picture. I did take a picture of this candle before I lit it up to just show you how these wicks want to move around. They are kind of wimpy. They're strong flames, so they're not puny wicks, but wimpy in terms of like the base of the wick seems like it's not very strong, like they want to fall over a little bit. The flames themselves are good. Have I been trimming the wicks on this one? I'm trying to remember if I have. I think I have been trimming the wicks just ever so slightly on this candle. I think because I'm noticing that the wicks do want to fall over. So far, I have not had any of the wicks fall over, but just by every time I walk by this candle and I see those wicks leaning, I'm like, okay, this is one that definitely cannot be lit for longer than 3 hours. And I do have to keep an eye on it because every time I walk by it, I am anticipating that I'm gonna find a wick fallen over into the wax pool. So far I haven't. I'll keep this one in my collection and let you guys know when I get to that empties point if it ever did do that. But right now the wicks they're kind of crazy. And I do use a wick dipper to extinguish my wicks. So even then I'm usually able to kind of like set them back up into place. But I do find that these ones, for whatever reason, they still just kind of want to like lean and fall over. So they're a little wild in that way. We'll call them the wild wicks, right? Strength and throw on this candle. All right, so I actually had one of you guys message me a couple of days ago because this candle was on sale. I don't know if it still is, but it was on sale for like a flash sale on the Slatkin & Co website for $19. And one of you guys had sent me a DM asking like, hey, I know you have this one. Have you started burning it? And here's the thing with this candle, you guys. The first burn of this one, I would give it about a strength and throw of about a 6. It wasn't super strong. It was like medium. Gets a little lost out in the open concept, but when I had it in my bedroom, I could smell it pretty well. Well, the last time that I had this one lit up in my bedroom, I kept walking in and I was like, where is the fragrance on this? Like, I really was not detecting it. I don't know what was going on, you guys. So unfortunately, I feel like even though this candle smells really good on cold, if I am standing over it like this, like I can smell it really well. When I've talked about this in a couple of my other reviews, I'm actually batch filming a lot of these candle reviews. And so I actually light them up outside and then bring them into the house when I'm ready to film them. And so as I was bringing this one into the house, I was like, my nose was right over it. I'm like, gosh, I really like this scent. It smells really good. But even right now, you guys, I'm sitting just a couple of feet away from it and I'm not smelling it that well. It's almost like it's a weird scent where I feel like, I don't know if it's because of these wicks. That shouldn't be the issue because it's got good flames. It's pulled out okay. But there's something about this one, it does not want to throw very well for me. It wants to stay very concentrated in the area around the vessel itself. So like I can smell it right here, but I'm going a little bit nose blind to it, which is kind of ironic for a coffee fragrance. Although I do know that coffee beans kind of do cleanse the palate when you're like smelling a bunch of different fragrances. So I don't know, maybe that's what effect is going on. But when I had this candle in my bedroom the other day, I would give it about a 4 in terms of strength and throw. I could faintly smell it, but it definitely did not smack me in the face. I really had to kind of like keep sniffing for it. It wasn't completely unscented. I think that for me, maybe it was also partly that I feel like because this one smells kind of strong on cold sniff, I feel like maybe my expectations were a little bit higher for it and it's not meeting those expectations. So maybe I'm coming down a little bit hard on it because it's just, like I said, not meeting what I thought it would be. So overall, you guys, I can't really say that I recommend this candle. I'm going to give it a 1 thumb up in terms of the fragrance itself. I think that it's a nice coffee fragrance. It's probably one of the better coffee fragrances that I have tried from HOMEWORX. But in terms of the performance, for whatever reason, you guys, mine is just not very strong. I would like some more oomph to it. I did try burning this the other day. It was burning alongside, I can't believe that I already started to burn it, but you guys know, life of a candle reviewer. I did light up the other morning pumpkin spice latte from Bath & Body Works, and that one was performing really strongly for me. So like I've talked about in other reviews, maybe it was because I put this candle up put it up against another candle that was stronger in performance, that again maybe I was disappointed by the performance of this one because of how the other one was performing. But yeah, I don't know, you guys. I want this one to be a little bit stronger. I will continue to burn it, so stay tuned for my empties, and I can give you probably a better update to let you know if this candle got any stronger. But I am at the halfway point of this candle, and I do feel like for the most part, a lot of HOMEWORX candles, usually by the halfway point, you know whether or not this candle is going to be strong or not. But there have been some HOMEWORX candles that honestly have gotten stronger once I pass the halfway point. So regardless, you guys, I feel like that's not always a, I mean, the candles are expensive. I never pay full price for them. You always want to get them on sale. But you know, we don't want to be paying for candles that are only going to perform halfway through, right? So for that reason, I can't really give this one 2 thumbs up, even though I do like the fragrance on it. If for some reason you do want to purchase this candle though, maybe you are waiting for a good sale. I do know that a lot of the HOMEWORX sales or the Slack & Co. Website sales recently, I feel like there's been a little bit of frustration. I am right there with you on it, that they are running a lot of sales. However, these sales, the way that they are having them like apply through the checkout process is through the Shopify platform. If the Shopify platform has to apply like a code, so like for example, this most recent flash sale, instead of them just marking those specific candles down to $19, they wanted you to add it to the cart, and then when you added it to the cart, there was an automatic code that applied to it. I think it was called like Flash or something. It's the same type of thing they do when it's like a buy 3 get 3 or buy 2 get 1 free. Like anytime that the code has to, like the code only happens or the discount only happens once the item is added to the cart, you can't combine ambassador discount codes. But what is even more frustrating, and we as the ambassadors have passed on this feedback to Slack & Co. I'm finding a lot of people are saying that they're not able to use their rewards discount codes, which honestly, I don't like that. I know a lot of you don't like it. I feel like if you spend money with a brand and you are loyal to a brand, you should be able to use those discount points or like those loyalty points for a discount at any time, regardless of whether or not it's a sale or not. So that feedback is going back to Slack & Co. We are doing our best to try to, speak into that. But it is frustrating. I do understand that. However, if you want to get your hands on any of these Slack & Co. candles when they're not on sale, I do have a 15% discount code with them. And you can always try typing it into anytime there is a sale. It may or may not work. My discount code with Slack & Co. is KATIESJOYFULLIFE. It will save you 15% off of your order over $40. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. But you can always try typing it in. It is an affiliate code that is eligible for commission, so please only use that if you are comfortable. But yeah, you guys, those are it. You guys, remember, words. I've been batch filming. I'm starting to run out of them. Those are my thoughts on this candle. Please hit thumbs up if you found this video helpful. Feel free to chime in down below what your experience has been with this candle. I do want to say thank you so very, very much for spending your time here with me today. And until my next one, I hope you all go out and have a very blessed day. Bye.